hatchling king brown snake or mulga snake. Second one of the night, and he is so defensive. He thinks he's huge. This is the southern Brigalow Belt, a unique region dominated by eucalypt woodland and neutral grasslands. Despite having over 50% of its habitat cleared, the area remains a refuge for not only iconic Australian species, but also several endangered species like the grey snake. Our mission was to spend 3 nights searching for one of the rarest snakes in the region, the worm puff. Here's what happened. Big drive, we've made it out to the Brigalow Belt, which is where we're going to be herping over the next few nights. It's one of my all-time favourite places to herp. The conditions feel amazing, the habitat is good. I'm so keen to see how we go. Spotted black. Oh, it's been within the last hour. They're moving. Road temp 38, and it's starting to get dark now. Conditions are looking good. First snake of the night, a little keelback or freshwater snake. Then he's sitting on this creek crossing on dark. They hang around the creek because they eat frogs mainly. Standard size one. They're one of the only snakes that can actually drop their tails as well. Like kind of like a skink, but they're a lot less likely to do it. He's kind of essing up a little bit, but he's real wriggly. They're one of the only snakes that can eat cane toads. On dusk at this creek crossing, they hang around the creek because they mostly eat frogs, but that is sick. It's not a snake I was expecting to see out here at all. That's a good start to the night. They love swimming. They're very good swimmers. They're also called freshwater snakes. They spend most of their time around water. You can see we're at a creek. They're a common snake throughout majority of Queensland, but they're awesome. You don't get many colubrids down in Sydney. So keelbacks are a treat. I froth them. Up in the Daintree, you get these awesome keelbacks with these gold colours. They're so nice. And he's going for a swim, so we're gonna let him go. I'm gonna try and get a cruise clip. There we go, that's a snake. Where'd he go? It's gone. Too busy trying to get a video cruising the snake, and I fucking lost that little one. And we're still on dusk, it's still going well. New Holland frog, snapping frog, Cyclorana nova hollandae. They're one of the biggest frogs out here, and they're called snapping frogs because they actually do snap. Sometimes they just jump out and grab you on the fingers. They've got big mouths, they eat big prey items. They'll eat small mammals and all that sort of stuff. But they often get mistaken for cane toads, and you can see why, because they do look remotely similar. Alright, first big elapid of the night, a spotted black snake, decent size. Look at the speckles. I've never seen one other than jet black, and it's got a few speckles on it. What a sick snake. He's just sitting in this grass off the side of the road. I don't think he thinks I can see him. He's about to dip. That is mad. First big snake of the night. What a good snake. We've got the first spotted black snake for the night. Pseudechus guttatus. This is a nice adult, healthy snake. Some subtle speckling on him, not too much. Nowhere near as much as they can get. They can get really speckled. Like, they look like a completely different species to what this is. But there's two sort of main forms. There's the blue-bellied black snake, which is the other common name for him, and that's sort of that jet black snake with the black belly. And then there's like the speckled form, which is where they get their name, spotted black snake. So sometimes they've got these subtle spots. A lot of the younger ones start off with those more visible spots, and then they fade with age, like a lot of things. Dangerously venomous. They're an awesome snake, very common in the Brigalow. Probably the most common large elapid in the Brigalow. They're always a treat to see. It's one of the best things about coming out here. But yeah, this is sick. Great start to the night. First big elappid of the night, first big elappid of the trip. And it's a cracking snake. No matter how many spotted black snakes you see, they never get old. That's a nice little spotted black. That's a nice little spotted black. Second spotted black of the night. He's got a lot more flecks and speckles, and that's expected because he's younger. They sort of fade a little bit with age, but that's mad. He's like, what, I don't know, 1.5 foot long? Smallest spotted black we've seen tonight. Here is that cracking little spotted black subadult with some very nice patterning. They're a very good snake. They're found out west in New South Wales, western Queensland. They're more venomous than a red-bellied black snake. They've got a lot more go on them than a red belly as well. But yeah, they generally feed on frogs, reptiles, mammals, all that sort of stuff. Here it is. This is the mulga we've been looking for. First mulga that we just had was under the lid. Took my eyes off the lid. Lifted the lid. The snake is gone. Time to keep going and find another one. Oh my god. That is the nicest hatchling mulga. Oh my god, that's nice. Yeah. Okay, so we have this awesome, tiny little hatchling king brown snake or mulga snake. Second one of the night. And he is so defensive. He thinks he's huge. It is such a nice snake. It is so vibrant. It was glowing on the road. Like, as soon as we saw it, you could just tell what it was straight away. Just glowing orange snake on the road. And it is literally tiny. Like 30 centimeters long tops. I've never seen a mulga this small in my life. This is sick. And he's got the biggest attitude of all the snakes tonight. He's had enough of us and he's out of here. So we're gonna let him go and keep looking for some more snakes tonight. Alright, next herp of the night, this little imposter, Burton's legless lizard, Lialis burtonus. They are the most widespread reptile in the country. They're very variable. They're an awesome snake. Ah, fuck, no they're not. They're an awesome lizard. He just tricked me. They're more closely related to geckos than they are to snakes. They often get mistaken for snakes. They often get killed. It sucks. They're literally harmless. They do not bite. You know that they're not a snake because look at his head. He's got ear holes behind the neck there. And when he licks his face, he's got a fleshy tongue. Snakes have forked tongues. I really want to see a Woma python tonight, so we are going to let this bloke go and go keep looking. Next snake of the night. Very nice looking little eastern brown. Orange coloured. He is speedy as. I've got a million photos of eastern browns. We get them back home. We're gonna let this guy go. See you later, mate. Oh, he's going for a swim. That's actually cool. Another snake species for the night. The Viz banded snake, Denisonia devisi. We saw one of these in Narrabri. We've had the rain. They eat frogs. He's out here chasing the frogs. It's not a bad size one either. It's a real clean looking snake. They're expected tonight. They're usually common on these cooler, wet nights. They don't really care too much about the weather, and they're a common species out here. They shelter in the soil cracks and underground generally. And yeah, they're a frog feeder. They'll come out and gorge themselves on frogs. Big dopey heads. And they've just got that weird build. They flail around like a fish on land when you touch them. I had one as a pet for ages. And yeah, they're cool to keep. They're different. They spend a lot of time hanging around the water, sometimes swimming in the water, foraging under the water. Sick little snakes. First one for the night. We're literally getting a snake almost every 5 minutes. There he goes. He's got the idea. See you later, big man. Dwyer's snake, Suda dwyeri. Tonight is going off. This is insane. 8th snake of the night. I think this is the 5th species, 4th species. Common snakes throughout a lot of their range. Cold tolerant, they're a Suda. They're very common. They used to be parasuda, then they recently got lumped into Suda. Look, that's why they're a Suda. Look at how wriggly it is. Alright, so the most whack thing just happened. While we were looking at that Dwyer's snake, these locals pulled up, like these bogans, and they're insisting on running over all the snakes that they see. And we spoke to them for like 15 minutes, just trying to convince them. They're telling us they see womas and they swerve to get in. Trying to talk some sense into them. And he's given us, they're behind us now. I told him, I'm like, There's snakes everywhere tonight. Give us a chance. Follow us for 5 minutes. I'll catch a snake and I'll show you they're not bad. So they're literally right behind us now. We've got to try and find a snake, and we've got to try and prove to them the snakes aren't bad. Hopefully it's a massive mulga, and we can just show them and they're nothing to be afraid of. But let's see how we go. Alright, just before I had 2 cars tailgating me, and I road cruised this lizard. In the heat of the moment, I thought it was just, I don't know, I randomly thought it was like a desert skink. It was sitting there like a Liophilus, like with its front arms like chest up, and like sand swimmers don't sit like that. It was too big and chunky to be a sand swimmer. Yeah, I pulled over like, I don't know, 100 meters later because I was thinking, that could have been a baby yakka skink, and I will never know. I did a U-turn, it didn't get hit, luckily. It ran between my tires and the cars behind me didn't get it. But yeah, very, I don't know, that could have been a bad one to lose. I'm never gonna know. We stopped, we had a walk around on the side of the road, and yeah, we couldn't find it. So that's gonna eat me up inside for a little while. But yeah. Spotted black snake number 3 for the night, another speckled coloured one. Oh, he's got that nice little neck flare. They are good snakes. It is so sick being able to come out here and see so many snakes. This is the first snake that we've seen since we left those bogans. And yeah, you can see it's the least speckled of the ones that we've seen tonight, but yeah, that's awesome. More snakes to find. He's going back on the road. Get away from the road. Go. Shoo. Alright, DeViz banded snake number 2 for the night. Small, he's quite a bit small, look at that size reference. Beautiful little snakes. So that's DeViz number 2 for the night. I think that's 11th snake. We are killing it tonight. Worth noting, let's move this DeViz off the road and you can see why he's hanging around. Frogs calling. It's got a little ephemeral pond going on here. Suited wire eye again, second one for the night. I was getting a good look at that last wires, and you're not going to get a good look at this one either because he is motoring, but I can tell you he's quite a bit more orange and it's a lot cleaner looking. Oh, there we go. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, Dwyer's snake, also called the Dwyer's hooded snake. The old genus Parasuta used to be the hooded snakes. Oh, we got a weird one now. Is there a ditch there? No. There's a yabby on the road. Look at this bloke. What are you doing, mate? Can't park there. Mulga snake number 3, another little one. The little mulgas are pumping tonight, and this bloke was just zooming down the length of the road. You never see snakes going down the length of the road. Have a look at him. What a little weapon of a snake. Mulgas never get old. See you later. How good is that? We've seen all of our road cruising targets early on in the night, so now we're changing up tactics. We're spotting on the side of this awesome habitat looking for some Woma pythons, and it's not a reptile, but have a look at this echidna. They get so big out in West Queensland, and he's real dark. He's got almost no fur on him, but that is not a Woma. Alright, so we have the 4th mulga snake for the night. It's after midnight, 23 degrees. It's windy as, coming out of this grassy habitat where all the mulgas tonight have been found. And it's the biggest mulga of the night, 4 foot long, it's chunky. It's very vocal, hear that hiss? He's doing it now. It's such a sick snake. This is the mulga that we were hoping to see tonight. They're one of the most widespread reptiles in the country, and they're very variable too. Around the Brigalow area, which is where we are now, they're known for that bright red, that stunning red coloration. This one's a bit darker. It's red, but it's darker. You saw the young ones we got earlier. They were crackers. They were really good snakes. We are having such a good night, and it slowed down. We went to a little bit of a different area and just tried to see if we could snag a woma. It didn't really pay off. It didn't pay off actually at all. But we're back up here in the habitat we were hitting before. Bang, mulga snake. Let's go see what else is out still. Saw a little mammal run across the road next to this water body that's got a mad little eastern water holding frog. Look at him. Cyclorana platycephala. These fat little dudes are so cute. They love these ephemeral ponds. They're a fossorial frog, so they burrow in under the soil until the heavy rains come. So of course he's gonna be hanging around this ephemeral pond. But look at him, he's just going for a little dip. What a little weapon. He's having the time of his life. But you're not gonna be able to see much from here, but at this creek crossing, shining down there on that tree, there's a pale-headed snake. You can see it here. Fuck yes. He's coming down the tree. Oh my God, what a snake. So as if this night could not get any better, there is a pale-headed snake, Hoplocephalus bidorquatus. Shined it from like 30 meters away on this bridge. I thought I was tripping when I first saw it. That is so sick. He was like 5 meters up. I'm standing on the edge of this embankment. That river's deep. I cannot go in, but fucking hell, that's insane. Waiting for this palehead to come down. I'm getting demolished by these huge fucking mozzies everywhere. I'm actually starting to go insane. Oh my God. Alright, so we have the next snake of the night. Pale-headed snake. Big target for our deer that we weren't really trying for tonight. We just decided to change it up again, dip down a side road. We stopped to look at a few frogs after checking some trees. And then I had a second check of the trees and spotted him about 5 meters up. And I wasn't even sure I was looking at a palehead. And then he cruised down to the tree, and then he came down to greet us. He came down to say g'day. Yeah, they're one of 3 in the genus, the Hoplocephalus genus. They're all arboreal snakes, which is pretty uncommon for Australian elapids. And these are the only ones that they live pretty much exclusively in the trees. Like, you always look for them looking up these big river gums along the edges of the river, and they just shelter under the loose bark during the day, and they'll come out at night. They'll wait in ambush, they'll feed on geckos, and they'll try and find sleeping skinks. It's highly venomous, nocturnal snakes, and yeah, they're very well adapted to life in the trees, which is what makes them so unique and different to a lot of the other Australian species. This is just the icing on the cake, and we've still got 2 nights out here, and we've got literally just about everything we were hoping to see. We just need a woma. Even this bloke's getting hammered by the mozzies. That's fucked. Nobody is safe out here. And I literally got Ross River virus when I was photographing at Deviz like 4 years ago. I'm actually hell paranoid that I'm going to get it again. This palehead's going back up his tree now. By the river. He's got prime real estate here. What a legend. You can see why they're called pale-headed snakes. Look at the back of his head. And you can also see how well they can climb those gum trees. They are amazing climbers. It looks like this is going to be the last reptile of the night. It's the first one that we've seen tonight on this road as well. Got the regen tail. And it's about 3 AM. Feeling pretty cooked, but we have had the best night. It has been so good. It's been worth every minute. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed tonight's video, and yeah, come back for part 2, and it'll be the next 2 nights of our trip. So stay tuned.